may there be no more crashes in this playthrough. Otherwise, I might have to start leaning heavily into saving the game. Anyway, we're back. I was so careless in the refighting. I even took a casualty on the Chimera avatar. Also, it's been a few days for me. I had to take a break from the game. Anyway. Hey. Rhyming, apparently, that culture is dead now. Try being polite and friendly in your greetings.
Okay, we will be polite. That will cause visitors to let their guard down. Then we attack them. Yes, that is an excellent plan. Now that we understand the nuances of introduction, great teacher.
How about the fat, obstreperous jerks? Because that's what you are. Certainly obstreperous.
I like it. This name being such an obvious contrast to our true nature will fool our enemies into believing we are harmless. Because surely only fools would let themselves be known by such a name. Once again, great teacher, you have shown your wisdom. We thank you. From this day forward, we are the fat, obstreperous jerks. We need to learn so much from you, such as how should we act?
Yeah. So, that whole contemplative thing, that didn't work out. Be kind at all times and in all places. Treat each stranger you meet as your best friend. The used car salesman disingenuity of it will, carry you forward to greatness in your Culture 20.
Friendly? Kind? The wisdom escapes me. I guess I understand now. Being kind, being friendly, this will allow intruders to let their guard down. And when we kill them, they will be too surprised to react. What a great plan, human. You are truly a great teacher. We have much work to do to implement these sweeping cultural changes, transferring from the allegiance.
Yeah, we heard already. We're going to come to your homeworld now. And the game is not going to crash. Right?
Hello and good day. How are you today? We are just fine, thank you. Are your mates and offspring well? How simply marvelous. Your presence here in our homeworld fills all of us fat, obstreperous jerks with awe. We are honored, wise human.
I guess they didn't want to be my great slave empire. It's fine. Whatever. It's cool. Now they'll ask me about my mates and offspring, and I don't know how they are. We'll go check later. Have there been any developments here that I, your great teacher, should know of?
This doesn't really count as news, teacher, but war is truly magnificent, isn't it? The gut-wrenching sight of molten warships, the boiling blood of depressurized soldiers. I just love it, don't you?
Fuck yeah, how is the new culture developing?
To be frank, great teacher, friendliness suits us Thraddash poorly. For example, we Thraddash do not have the necessary muscles to smile as you suggested we do. So we are now using small plastic prosthetic devices to prop up our lips into the required position. Very uncomfortable.
This explains so much. Right? Yeah. Goodbye to you, my Thraddash students.
Eagerly await your return, great teacher.
Yeah. That's me, great teacher. It is I, the greatest of teachers.
We are the polite and courteous Thraddash. We greet you with all appropriate felicitations. Your presence here in our homeworld fills all of us fat, obstreperous nerves with awe. We are honored, wise human.
How about any other developments?
This doesn't really count, but war...
No. New culture?
Try as we might, we just can't make this friendly thing work, teacher. Even your idea about exchanging the ritual gifts, the fruitcakes, has had problems. It seems that nobody actually wants to eat the fruitcakes. However, on the plus side, due to the fruitcake's density and other physical characteristics, they make excellent projectile weapons.
Stick your dick in them. I mean, wait, what? What happened there?
We will await.
Just a suggestion. Be friendly. Alright? Fine. Yeah. My collision hadn't picked back up yet. It's cool, whatever.
Most erudite greetings to you. As always, we will be most pleased to enter into meaningful discourse with your elevated person.
That's not a good sign. Well, I don't recall this being a problem during the original series, of course. But I would have assumed I would have heard about this for the HD MEGAMOD. So it's got to be me. Huh. Wild. Okay, showing off the rest of their dialogue is going to be a problem. Maybe that Culture 20 is dead too. I guess I'll see this as an opportunity. One moment. All right. I don't really enjoy this, but it's here, and it's different from just greet people the way we do. To really capture the spirit of interstellar diplomatic protocol, you should speak Pig Latin.
Pig Latin, huh? Isn't that where you take the first letter or two of a word, put it at the end, and then add an A at the very end? Let me try. Open stay Accolade. Hyper Brahe ute Alide. Hey, I like that. It gives one the semblance of wit and education without all that dreary studying. Just one question, great teacher. How do you say example in Pig Latin? Now that we
All right. I think it is important that with this new direction, you decide on your new name.
You are wise, great teacher. I will think long and hard on this matter. It must reflect the profound changes in our social order. It must clearly explain the nature of our civilization. Yes, I have it. The perfect name is Culture 20.
Yay!
To learn.
All right. Lighten up. Be kind of, wacky. Here, try watching these vids. Monty Python and the Marx Brothers.
Wacky? Wacky? I do not understand. We shall watch these vids of yours. We shall study them to learn to be wacky. Then, when we are wacky enough, we shall test our new wackiness in combat to discover, no doubt, the great advantage it has given us. Thank you, great teacher. We have much work to do.
Yeah, okay. Let's hear how these sound. Yeah?
Iwe Arye Elade, Igpe Atenle Ikinspe Adashtre, Snay. We of Culture 20 are glad to meet you here in space, a wise teacher from Earth.
Have there been any developments here that I, your great teacher, should know of?
It doesn't really count as news, teacher, but wars.
Yeah, war's still Magnus, and how's the new culture
We
developing?
have studied and studied the bits you left with us, oh great teacher. But we fear we are unable to grasp the essential truth and power of being wacky. For example, last month, in an attempt to be spontaneously absurd, I turned to my subordinate and in a high, modulated tone of voice explained that there was a penguin sitting on the vid screen. Not knowing what a penguin was, my subordinate spun to face the vid screen, his hypererotic holster snapping his weapon into his hand. Blah, blah, blah! The penguin, the vid screen, and a large section of the wall were destroyed. You see, Captain, perhaps we are not suited to being wacky, and that was my only penguin.
Man, that's fucked up.
We eagerly await your return, great teacher.
Okay. So far, this reality remains intact. It's good.
Combat Day, Eccles Ray Urge Day, Ikinspe Igpe Atenle, Iwe Arye 8th Ray, Orfe Easday Easens Ray. We of Culture 20.
Yeah. How's the new culture developing?
We are getting a better handle on this wacky thing. The key? Slapstick. We Thraddash have found our mode, our idiom, our way to be wacky. Jabbing the eyes with outstretched digits, striking the head with planks. We like and understand this perfectly, Captain. And with the addition of our native elements, high explosives, and nausea gas, Thraddash space has become Pratfall City.
Pratfall City. Okay.
We will await.
Great work, guys. I'm gonna go rub the homeworld one time, and if that remains intact, I guess I'll go head for the Aqua Helix. The thing that we have to fetch in Thraddash space.
Hello, Ur-Quan. Welcome way Ape. Way in bay expecting, Ooh, your presence here in our homeworld fills all of us.
That's great. New culture.
We are getting a better handle on this wacky thing. The key? Slapstick.
Alright, you're even being repetitive. Great, I'll try not to get killed. This is the reality that apparently we're going to be living with. Fantastic. Let's save it. We're gonna call this Let's Get On With It 36. Star map me. There's the Thraddash sphere. The Ilrath are heading toward it. The Mycon are close to making it back home by the looks of things. Yeah. So we are in Delta Draconis. For our various other stars. More Apodi are up there. Alpha Draconis, Beta Draconis, Zeta Draconis. Is that down here? No, that's Gamma Draconis. I could search for it. And at this point, I think I will. Zeta Draconis. Yeah, that one. Save me some time here at the start of 2157. But of course, I meant real life time. I have invested so much already in these damn Thraddash. This was not intended. I was not angling to show off this much Thraddash dialogue. Damn it. We'll try the first planet. It seems right. Hello. Save the game, for the love of God, save the game. Any new developments? No. Same dialogue. Cool. Wonderful. Keep it rolling. Love to not see new things.
The super strong human has returned to this, our most important planet. We Gotcha 20 bid you welcome.
Returned? Returned? I intentionally didn't come here. This was like interactive stuff I could have shown off. Chatting with you all here, whatever. What's so special about this planet?
We orbit here, guarding that most precious of our relics, that which we hold most dearly, that which has been at the heart of all our cultures, except for Culture 9, and they don't really count. We guard the object which transcends mortal realms, the Aqua Helix.
So what about this Aqua Helix thing? Does it do any tricks?
The Aqua Helix is our most precious relic. For the totality of our historical memory, the Helix has been with us. It guides, motivates, and rewards. It is the twisty thing that launched 1,000 ships. It is the relic all our cultures have held most... Oh yeah, I said that already. We know the Aqua Helix is great largely because all our previous 19 cultures have known this to be true. If the Aqua Helix wasn't anything special, why would we spend so much blood and passion over the little thing? It would be a colossal waste, an absurd travesty. Actually, this is what Culture 9 said during their 2-week period of dominance before Culture 10 wiped them out. Anyway, we remain convinced. We are Thraddash, and all Thraddash know the significance of the Aqua Helix. Therefore, the Aqua Helix is great. The matter is resolved.
Something I enjoy about the Thraddash and the Aqua Helix piece is that there are multiple ways to acquire it. From subjugating the Thraddash, to tricking the Thraddash away, to letting the Ilrath come on over, baby. Sounds really cool. You won't mind if I go down there and just kind of look at it, yeah?
Why, certainly. Go ahead and land on the planet and take a look at the most precious of all our relics. The relic we hold most dear, as have all our cultures.
That's great. Fantastic. Wonderful. We don't have to deal with limitless defenses at all. Last 7 tectonics down there. Whew. Let's go simply have a gander. Yeah. We're but a humble group of 12 tourists. Captain, we have discovered some sort of alien shrine here on the surface. The building is immensely old, at least 2,000 years. Inscribed around the perimeter of the cylindrical shrine are innumerable hieroglyphs which document the history of each of the 19 Thraddash cultures. From what we have seen, we have learned that the Thraddash have risen to starfaring technology at least 3 separate times, only to nuke themselves back into the Stone Age again and again. The real surprise, Captain, was what we found inside the shrine. We knew the Thraddash kept something down here, but we didn't know what it was until we went inside the shrine. Because no one... Does the captain not share information? Is there so much overturn in the crew? Are all of my crew show fixty? And so haven't acquired basic skills? They're just there to... to take energy blasts? Oh, man. We didn't know what it was until we went inside the shrine. In the exact middle of the structure was a tall dais of white stone. Set atop this dais was an immense aqua gemstone, somehow shaped into a flat, twisted ribbon, like a DNA helix. The aqua helix emitted incredible light pulses, illuminating the cavernous shrine like a giant strobe light. At least it did, until Private Hendricks decided to see what would happen if he grabbed the artifact. The helix immediately ceased glowing and has remained quiescent ever since. This is what happens when you send Shofixty, who are like 2 months old, to go observe precursor pieces and tools and items. We will bring the Aqua Helix back aboard the ship for further investigation. End of report. So this will deeply upset the Thraddash. We're never going to speak with them again, and that lines up great for 2 reasons. 1, they've crashed my game twice. 2, the Ilrath are coming to fight them. Fantastic. Great. We're saving the game again. Nothing is sacred anymore. Especially not this Helix. We've got to leave now. It's in devices. There it be. Delightful. Yeah. Let's leave. I'm gonna go to quasi-space. I'm not returning to Earth yet. We'll go visit Talana first. Enough time should have passed by this point. Should be good. Oh, you almost dragged me into a conversation. Wrong thing. Silly Grimith. That was close. Which one of these portals do I feel like using? I don't have my notes up. Just wondering if I want to explore any other place. While we listen to sweet music. How about we go through here? We'll take a different route there. Now we're over here. And, it's so far away. But we got time to kill, and while we're at it, I am going to visit Gamma Kepler. We had no reason, no information which would lead us to this system. But we're heading down here anyway. If we get into any fights, then we should probably take precautions. Because it's been that kind of day. I did also say we would have a little bit more interaction with the Mycon. Here in Gamma Kepler, there is but one star. And it's one of the rainbow worlds. No information leads you to this place. You just find this in your travels. Pretty nice planet to land on, too. I mean, there is a little bit of lightning, and we've seen how hellish that is. We gotta train up these show fixed it. Get out there. That's right. That's right. Each one of you is only a single resource unit. What do I care? A planet lander's only 500 of you. You know how many resource units I have? So many. I don't even care anymore. Just having a nice break from everything that happened. I'll leave the carousel beasts. Obviously, we're all full up on data. I couldn't fit the last fungal beast all the way that I consumed. We're full up on radioactives as well. Delicious. Alright, let's get out of here. You think the Mycon are taking it great? They're probably taking it fine. Let's go check back in on the system. I want to see if I can actually return to the planet in question, and it's guarded again by a limitless fleet. I don't actually know. Then after that, I'll teleport us over to Beetlejuice. By teleport us, I mean I'll travel there and skip. And then we'll head back to Sol to learn more about the Aqua Helix and see the dialogue. Because Commander Hayes will have other things to say. Well, no. Nothing here. Besides all the loot I left behind on the supremely dangerous planet. Well, we can just run into the Mycon another time. This episode's already gone long enough. We have so much more to do before this revisit ends. We'll be right back. And we're back. I'll probably check in on the Mycon again before the revisit end. Prod them for a little bit more dialogue. Let's go see Talana and hear about the results of the ambush.
Success, Captain! The Mycon fleet is in shambles. Justice is ours! We have revenged ourselves against the heinous Mycon. Oh, they fell for our trap so completely. When they approached Ur-Quan 1, we were hiding behind its moon. As they approached, their ships broke combat formation in preparation for their hideous implanting ceremony. We waited until they were fully dispersed around the planet. Then we attacked. The standard Mycon tactic would have been to speed out of orbit using a gravity whip maneuver, but the pod ships refused to abandon their slow-moving beef children spore pods. They remained in the gravity well, and we sliced them to ribbons. They must have lost a dozen ships to their own stupidity, running into their own plasmoids. The rest? Well, we took care of most of them in our own special way. And, Captain, now that we have taken our revenge on the Mycon, we give you our starship officers and penetrator designs, so that you can add our ships to your fleet.
So what happens to you now?
I expect I'm going to be pretty busy for the next few months, overseeing repairs to our fleet of penetrator starships, and preparing some kind of defensive system for this starbase. If and when the Ur-Quan return here, we want to have a little surprise ready for them.
So what's new?
Not a great deal, Captain. You seem to be the biggest source of excitement around here. I've had requests from just about every officer under my command to be transferred to your Earth starbase to serve under you. If I wasn't running this starbase, I'd be the first in line.
Captain? Huh. Alright, Captain. Is there anything else I can do to you? Do for you?
Captain, my next step is to pull down the slave shield from our planet. In my opinion, the only people who could do that are the Chinjestu, and as far as I know, they are under a shield of their own. Actually, I'm just dodging the real issue, Captain. Your agenda really has only one item. Destroy the Ur-Quan hierarchy. How to do that? I don't know. But I know you can't take them head-on, even with that amazing ship of yours. You will have to find their weak spot, and then strike it with everything you've got.
I was, alluding, to, hey, the Chinjesu, perhaps they have the answers for, so many cool things, such as how you might defeat the Ur-Quan. Goodbye, Talana.
Goodbye, my human.
All right. Great. Let's get the hell back to Sol. We can make Cyrene penetrators, continuing to meet more aliens. That Super Melee episode is lurking, but we have even more to meet. Not this episode, though. Not this fucking episode. Let's go. Back to Centauri. And then, cruise the hyperspace waves back to Sol. How's the map looking? The Pakunk are heading back to their brethren, who are in the midst of a civil war, for which I am responsible. The Elras sphere of influence has intersected with the Aralus, but then they continue to move past. It's touching briefly on the Koran Ur-Quan. Well, touching a smidge. That's not what's going to matter. Thraddash. Right here. These two are going to pummel each other into extinction. There will be nothing left of them. They're both going down. And as far as I'm concerned, good. The Thraddash would want it that way. And the Ilrath? Fuck them. Hey, we fought an Avenger. Back in episode 2. That's good enough for me. You'll have to wait till Super Melee to see more. Commander, so much has happened. So much.
It's good to see you again, Captain.
Thought you'd say something.
Good work, Captain.
Thanks.
The analysis reads as follows. Subject, Aqua Helix device. Data, this device is composed of a light blue super hard substance which rates MOS 13. The object is composed of a flat ribbon of homogeneous material approximately 1 meter in length, and it is twisted in a perfect helix. Focused ion and nucleomagnetic scans reveal little about its interior. Summary: unknown design, unknown origin, unknown function. That's the end of our scientist's report.
MOS 13. For comparison, diamonds on the MOS hardness scale are 10. Unless something has changed since I had geology in college. See ya.
Try to avoid getting gruesomely killed, Captain.
I don't keep up to date on rock hardness. We go to the shipyard. Well, we can see some adjustments that will need to be made. But every resource unit's a crew. We can also pick up the Thraddash torch for 1,000 RUs. And we can pick up the Cyrene penetrator for 1,300 RUs. And you better believe in this menagerie of parties, we're bringing along one of each. Welcome aboard. Will I use them in combat at some point? I'll fix the crew totals after this video. You don't. That's fine. Buy some more fuel. That takes care of that. Next time, we go meet someone else new. And hopefully they don't crash my game. I'm so glad to be done with the Thraddash now. Please. The slave empire of Grimith, fat, obstreperous jerks, culture 20, can go to hell.